live, I think. Yes, maybe, perhaps, yes. I think we are. Yes, we are. Hello?
Alright.
Hello, can people hear us?
Yeah, I think it's working. I could see it.
Nice.
Okay, so how do you wanna start this? Unless you have any ideas.
We can wait for some people to join. I think there's already a lot of people in town. 52. Some ghosts.
There are a lot of people in town.
This is the most I've seen in a long, long time too.
Yeah.
I say it's probably since last year's stream that it's been this many.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't even remember what party we did this year.
I can't really remember either. To be honest, it's all kind of been a blur to me.
Yeah, it's same here, but I mean, I know Camp Penguin because I was asked to find the music.
Mm-hmm.
Looking further than that, it starts to get blurry.
Yeah. The only ones I can 100% say we did are the Halloween and Christmas, but that's already a given because they happen every single year.
And
So.
April.
Yeah.
In what? My God. It's a shame. Camp Penguin. My God. We have the Island one adventure party.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, totally
That's
forgot
right.
about that one.
Okay, now
Oh,
it's coming
yes.
back.
Yep. I do remember that one.
It was fun. I like it a lot. I like the jungle team. So, what did we have?
Let's see. This year was the Fire Dojo opening.
Oh yeah, it's true.
The whole
Yeah,
Card
that's
Jutsu
it.
Fire thing.
For me, it was last year, but it's because it was after the Halloween party.
Yeah. We had the whole, like, April into May was the whole Card Jutsu Fire thing.
And Card
Up
Jutsu.
and more people are here.
Just Card Jutsu
And-
and Card Jutsu Fire.
Yeah.
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 I was gonna say Card Jutsu was last year. That was the whole point. That was like half the point of the stream last year was
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
getting people prepped for that. But
This time.
Yeah, no, this year-
fair on the dojo, I hope.
this year the only parties that I think are like unique to the year are Fiesta we did the Fire Dojo stuff. Is this our first music jam or did we do one last year?
I think this is our
one.
first.
Yeah, this is our first music jam.
Don't we do the
An
Puffle
island
party?
adventure. Yeah, we did Puffle
First-
Party. That was
The first one.
yeah, that's also true. That was the first Puffle Party as well, yeah. So
I think this was the first time we also did the island adventure, if I'm not mistaken.
it is the first time. Yeah, first island adventure, first music jam, first Puffle Party, first Fiesta, and first camp. I think those are the 5 original parties we haven't done before. If we go back into, if we're counting last year as starting off with the first anniversary party, you could count the you could count the pizza party in there as well, because I think that's the only time we've ever done it.
Yes.
It was for Pizzatron 3000, right?
That
Yes.
was
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Throwing it in just because it's like it's in the November of the last year.
Yes. Yeah.
And then
We had the Plaza construction, that was January 2020, I think.
Yes.
I think it was before lockdown in France, so I can't remember. Yes. We have a perfect wiki.
I gotta give props to Chris. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have all the party.
Keeps that wiki insanely up to date.
There are some things on there that even I don't know because I've either
Yeah.
forgotten or I literally just don't I don't know.
I know.
It's
He'll
crazy.
he'll come to me and he'll be like, he'll ask me a thing and I'll be like, I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, let me go ask someone who might know.
Yeah, Plaza was January 2020. Oh, we had St. Patrick in 2020. I think we have it this year. We had it.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yes, we did after the Buffalo one.
Yeah.
Food. Oh yeah, the opening of the recycling plant. 2020. And the best one we saw, which was the Egyptian party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 1 year ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Egyptian really was like, that was amazing to see completely original concept and assets that blew everybody away, including myself when it first came out. It's pretty great. I think that's probably my favorite CP3D party if I had to pick
Yeah. I think I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
one. But these Halloween parties are probably my favorites of the ones that are like original game inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that the Halloween, because there's just so much that changes
Yeah.
in comparison to like every other mini game where there's a little bit more. Like in contrast to every other party, there feels like there's way more going on for the Halloween and Christmas ones. So those are probably my two favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And those two, it's hard to judge.
Because I would have picked the Christmas party months ago for my favorite from the original, but I think I'd say Halloween now, just because, you know, Christmas you could only do so much, but with Halloween you're sort of under that giant bubble of what could we do that's scary or related to Halloween. And there's so much that is related to Halloween, so
Yeah, there definitely is a lot.
yeah.
No, I guess it just comes down to which one am I more in the mood to feel.
Mhm.
Depends on when you ask. If I'm like, oh man, I want to be in like the mood of like, I want to be in like that feel good mood, it's definitely Christmas party wins out. But if not, then probably Halloween party. It just depends. Though the Christmas party last year was pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We should maybe go inside the coffee shop to celebrate.
Let's go.
Sounds good to me. And hopefully it doesn't lag too much with
we
such a
should be-
small
We'll
room.
see. We'll see.
I'm gonna reserve my spot
Here
on
they
the
come.
couch.
I'm actually gonna grab a spot as well. Looks like it's starting to lag.
It's better than last year.
It is better than last year. Last year it was falling apart.
We updated the penguin model. So.
My frames aren't even that bad, and I'm on the max settings too.
My frames aren't horrible, but definitely is starting to get kind of slideshowy.
I love the cake.
The cake's great. Really like the fact that we went back and retroactively updated it for all the other party hats as well.
Yeah, that's something that usually most games would not do.
And they were just even I feel like even Club Penguin kind of fell into that trap with like they changed the designs of the party hats halfway through, so half of them look like one thing and half of them look like another thing. It's just like really inconsistent and awkward. Yeah.
I think that goes for most things from the from Club Penguin when they changed the art style. It wasn't like
Yeah, it is.
a transition. It was just a drastic, very abrupt change to the new art style.
They really wanted to go with the new art style. I really feel like they should have updated every asset.
Yeah.
They should have gone all in. It's just like they made it like this half and half hodgepodge where half the items are like, oh, this kind of looks like the old stuff, and then the other half where it's like, oh, this is completely incongruent with what we've set up.
Yeah.
Bad. It clashes. I'm not a fan of it. But I do like the fact that that we went back to go and change all of the other ones because it's just a good change. It's just good. Looks like we lost Snow. And he's back. I like this couch stack that we got going on.
That could be a furniture idea. Double-decker couch. You just put two
Double-decker
couches
couch.
on top of each other.
There you go.
I think people can just make it up with like two.
I say that's also true.
Yeah, that'd make more sense.
Just put
Make a
out-
wall item that's just like one of those beds that hangs over and then just creates stacks.
Yeah, people are crazy with furniture. There is too much people on that couch.
It's starting to people are starting to collide into one another.
You guys do know there's another couch behind the cake,
There's
right?
there's a second couch.
There is
It's
like
not-
2 free spots open too.
There is a second couch that is not being occupied by anybody.
I don't have a mouth, but I can still eat the cake.
James, there is only one couch. One true couch. Everyone's going to crowd the other couch.
Yeah. Shout out to the people that have the snowcat on, actually crushing every other penguin.
Yeah. I'm seeing that.
I regret nothing.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
It's about time. Every time I try to connect my mic, I have to do 5 different things.
Now the other couch is almost empty.
Wow, it's pretty crowded.
Yeah.
57 people, 58 now.
I forgot about the cupcakes. Oh, I don't have microphone. Let me just pick.
I kind of forgot that the Snowcat, when you drive it around, has those has like the smoke effect.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like that. I just forgot that it does that. So I have begun to notice that the more people that drive Snowcats around, I think the laggier the game's getting.
Yeah, I'm starting to get slideshow.
Probably the next thing I do into the game will be restricting misc items indoors.
Hmm.
Sorry, everybody, you can't drive a car inside the coffee shop in the next update.
What a shame.
Just think
That
about
was the first thing that went through my mind when we started this party. Somebody was wearing or driving the car. I was like, these shouldn't be allowed in certain rooms.
What is the Psa doing? Guy, come on.
Oh.
Remember when the Pofos didn't have mouth? Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Like 2 years, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's been 2 years. I was when what's it called? The mod, like basically everyone was avoiding trying to even attempt 3D model a Puffle because it's very difficult. And the one we got, I think Dub did that one. It was trying to replicate the old Puffle spray, I believe. And we just,
Yeah, Dub did the. Wait.
I think it was him.
No,
I think it was Dub.
Dub tried to do something, but I think we came back because it was creating more issues. But the original Puffle we have now, I think it's still techno Puffles, just with alert model.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I remember the amount of intense struggle that went into certain models. The Puffles, the moose that hangs in the ski lodge.
Yeah.
That was like 5 different people until we got one that was actually good. We had Wide Drop's placeholder that we still use as like a Halloween decoration.
Because it's
Yeah.
Actually, I
It's
noticed it being
terrifying.
used in the hallway for the.
Oh, was it? I didn't even see
Yeah.
it.
It's right behind
Huh.
the door when you walk in.
yeah,
Awesome.
because it's
Good to know that model's still getting used. Good to know that model's still getting used. 'Cause I remember I was like, you sent me it, and I'm like, all right, I need to go and hire a modeler who can actually make this thing look nice.
For the Puffles that was Lop, for the moose that was, I think, Soups that did it good. Which I know we had other models like that was a pain to have, like look good, but I can't remember.
Hmm.
But yeah, Soups did the good looking one, and I did the monster that is hunting the island for like 2 years now.
Mhm. There's been so many models that have been very difficult that I can't even remember most of them. I remember there's models that caused us a lot of trouble, like 2 years ago during the early stages when we were kind of polishing everything. How the nightclub and stuff, like the amount of polygons on that was insane.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah, that's
then-
right.
And it's
The penguin
cheap as a
itself had to be optimized.
Yeah,
And,
because
Remember that fire extinguisher, William?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
no,
That's
Imagine being in this room with the fire extinguisher still here.
fire
yeah. No one would be in
extinguisher.
this room.
Oh my god, I remember
That was
that.
the. I think I might have used a spline tool for that, or the. the modeling program I use, if you put a subdivider on something, it will look good in the program and it's not gonna tax it down. But if you export it, it's gonna cause a lot of issues. So that was one I didn't know too much about exporting and polygon reduction. So it's a learning process.
I remember that. I remember that fire extinguisher. I remember the mold rug.
Oh yeah.
Mold rug that had so many polygons that it would cause the game to actually crash.
Like the small plant inside the coffee shop. As well that is
Yeah.
next to the door. Yeah.
And that one, I think there was the penguin model, obviously, but that was an issue with both the polygons and the fact that the model wasn't symmetrical.
Yeah.
Because although it looked good in terms of trying to replicate the original Club Penguin model, it did not look good at a front-facing angle, and it did not work with items either. So, had to go back to the drawing board for that one. But I think our new model both is far more expressive and far easier to work with. So I think it's a huge success.
Yeah, definitely. And it's very ironic how people, since we've changed the model, how some people actually miss it. And that kind of baffles me in a way because I resented the old one so much because not a lot of people liked it that much. So, you know, I was like very open to change. So I wanted to change it. And I love this new one, but some people miss the old one for some reason. I'm like, but like why? It's like inferior compared to this one, but you know.
Even outside of like a game design perspective, like the model was very spindly. The arms and legs were very skinny for basically no reason.
Yeah.
Body was weird. It's just like it looks good from the one angle.
Yeah.
But similar to the actual Club Penguin model, once you move it from that angle, it immediately breaks apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tiger's here.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Looks like he's walking around.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Tiger?
Nice.
Oh.
YouTuber.
Yeah, the guy who makes a bunch of CP3D videos. Up there are... Wow, that's a lot of puffles.
They somehow can't work, so no cake for them.
Cake for them. New one is so much better. Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, the old one still gets use. So it's not like people who miss the old model can't ever see it.
Yeah.
It still has its moments.
It lives on in Mannequins and Richard, of course.
Yeah. But for player animation and for just for the actual like game implementation, it was a nightmare. I remember that when Thane was still on the team, he went into like a 30-minute like explanation of why every single part of the model is horrible for game design. Oh man. Yeah, we had a lot of stumbles early on. Back when the game had no textures.
Yep.
Oh god.
Not so long ago, but feels like.
I know. It's like it doesn't feel that long ago, but if I start looking at it, it's like I know that I got hired in like August of 2017. And I'm like, oh, that's not that long ago. And then I'm like, oh wait, that's like over 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Almost half a decade I've been with this team. It's just been nice to see everything kind of grow in that time.
Yeah.
I remember when I joined and we weren't even sure if the game was going to go up at all. It was an open question because it was like there were like 3 modelers and 2 of them were you and Palo. And then you guys were just making renders, but we didn't have any kind of game designer or anything. So it was crazy. That
Things
was
were very difficult.
some crazy times. Very different.
You take, you know, like the two modelers that we div had, which was me, Paolo, and there might have been someone else, I think, but it was just us, and all we were experienced in was just making models and rendering them in their own respective programs. We were not set for game optimization or exporting or any of that game design. That was the big flaw that set us back later on, and especially not having a coder that was competent and could really get things done, and that was experienced. We went through, it had to have been, I don't know how many, 2 maybe? Try not to name names, but I think it might have been 2 that literally did absolutely nothing. So
Wasn't me.
I was gonna
not
say,
you, definitely not
remember-
you, because if
remember
you
correctly-
did nothing, you would not be here.
if I remember correctly, there were 2 that did nothing, and then 2 that actively harmed the project.
Yeah,
We went through
yeah.
a lot of coders.
yeah.
And even from my perspective, I have bounced jobs here like 4 or 5 times. I have been all over the place. I joined as a modeler. I bounced over to a promo guy. Then I bounced over to the hiring guy. Then I bounced over to a developer, and it's just I keep switching positions.
Now he's on my
Crazy.
team.
Now I'm over here. It's like
I lost
it's
him.
just crazy to see how like all of that it's just like a kind of almost like a perfect circle. Like I started in development, then I branched out, and now I'm going back into development.
Yeah.
Just nice. It's crazy how like all of that's kind of changed. Like everything changes, but everything kind of stays the same at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, CP3D has been like one of the only consistent things in the last like 5 years for me, and it's just nice that I have it.
Yeah. Someone asked, finding a coder, was that hard? And yes,
Oh.
it very much was. You know, finding people that will work for free, that enjoy Club Penguin, that is like a needle in a haystack.
Yeah,
You don't
it's
get
difficult.
many of those people, and if you do, you're so grateful for them. It's really awesome to see. You know, people would, you know, just do that because they enjoy Club Penguin so much.
I think we're going to the town because I think someone is waiting for us.
Ah.
Someone with
Yeah, let's go.
like,
Look at that, babe.
a jacket or something like that. Oh no.
Oh, look.
There he is.
It's a guy.
So for all the people who said they wanted a mascot coming, we now have one in the town. So
First time
new
I've
giveaway too.
received an item this way. Wow.
Giveaway's nice.
Yeah, huge shout out to Paulo, who worked through the night on this, I guess.
Yeah.
So be sure to thank him for that.
It's looks great. Great. I really do like his renders especially.
Where is he? I can see him. Where?
I don't know. I lost him. Oh wait, I see him.
All Knight's renders never miss. That is true.
Very, very true.
Anyone know what the lightning hit this year? I mean, I think the lightning's gonna strike the dojo again.
I hope not.
Hope
I
not.
hope not either.
see. Go and see if there's any questions that we missed. Let's see. No, I think we're good. I think we got them all. We're pretty on track.
How do people get on the side?
Huh.
Oh, it's actually easy.
Well, from this angle, you can get the original town view from here, where it's like a top-down view.
Yeah.
Maybe we should, I don't know what Gary want to do, but maybe, oh, what he's talking about. Maybe we can go to the forest.
I'm up for it.
That's fine.
If Gary want to come, but yeah, I think he is.
Like we're going to the forest.
Someone said, "What is in the gift shop vault?"
Money, I guess.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And maybe special clothes, but
Remember when we first put that model into the game? It had this bug where it would just like continuously loop through the open and close animation for the vault.
I remember it, as soon as you walked in the room, it stayed open for maybe 3 seconds and then closed, and then just did not open.
Yeah, there were a lot of early bugs with the animation for that thing. I think that's why we just were like, you know what, close it. Just close it. We'll figure it
They
out
made the
later.
animation originally, and it wasn't supposed to be in the animator, so I forgot to remove it. That's what it was. Something like that.
Have all out of bounds been patched? Don't look for them, but don't look for them.
If you're not looking for out-of-bounds places, then yes, they've all been patched. But if you are, then I don't know what to tell you.
Div can't ever really get rid of every single out of bounds trick in a 3D game, really.
Yeah.
Just too many variables. But in terms of ones that are easily exploitable, I think we've kind of crushed it.
Mm-hmm.
the house is just amazing. I love it. It's really like in the original game.
Really like the I really like the fog effect.
Yeah. Oops. inside the creepy house.
Are we now?
Hopefully you can handle all these people.
Wow. I like how the foyer is just flooded. Everyone going upstairs.
Yes, the first key is here. Are those plants from Zelda or something like that? They look familiar, but I don't think it was in the original room.
Good job with the animation, William.
Oh, thanks. To be honest, I didn't even think it would like export properly because I think
I didn't
that
either.
was
A Semina
the
4D
first one.
animation, the first one that appears to work.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that. Where is Gary? Oh no, I lost it again. Maybe here?
So someone asked about PSA missions and when
Yeah.
they're going to be
Boy.
coming. Well, we had one. Technically, we had one.
True.
That counts. But
One day, soon.
it'll all figure itself out. When we need agents most, that's when they'll appear.
Where is Gary? I totally lost Gary. Oh, he's here.
Dining hall. I drop.
Yes. Okay. Someone is asking how was the mission, the first mission. Well, good. It was nice.
I don't know, I
Very
wasn't
good.
here.
But yeah, it took place underneath the islands, pretty much. I think my favorite part out of that whole thing was the music by Alga. It's so
Oh, yeah,
it was
the
just so
music's-
good. I think that was probably the best music we've had in terms of how cinematic it was. It was very serious in tone, and I think that's why it was so good.
Was very good. I think my personal favorite part of that mission was the mural.
Yeah.
Only is it, obviously a nice reference, but also kind of like builds up the kind of reputation that Richard has in universe.
hmm
I think it's very nice.
And one of our mods might join the VC if that's all right.
Yes. The one that changed his username, I think, 10 times since I'm here.
Yes, yeah, that one.
But yeah, he can come.
That's fine by me.
What's the next key? Oh, it's the last one. The one with the bat on it.
Hello everyone, greetings to CP3D team for this beautiful party. Well, the entire CP3D team thanks you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
VC goes.
Oh, there is another evil puffin. He looks scary.
Someone just asked me what the next building to be struck by lightning will be. I said the stage, and then it's gonna burn down so we can replace it with the mall.
No, please.
Hopefully,
Yes.
hopefully.
No.
Do it.
No. Maybe one day.
Was.
Like
Yeah, I
for-
think that was my favorite April Fool's Day prank. It's the we were replacing the stage with the mall. It's permanent. Have fun.
You guys can hear me all right? Like I'm coming through, because
Yes. we
with the
can
game
hear you.
lag and the internet here, I don't know.
We can
Coming
hear
in
you.
loud and clear.
Total.
Sounds perfectly
Or-
fine to me.
Right?
I still think we should really had put the mall inside the game, but like for a day or something like that. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was better to not put it in game, so people don't actually think
Here,
it's
I'm
coming.
gonna mute the stream. It's kind of jarring, so. Like
Can't
5
believe how
seconds
many
later.
people. Can't believe how many people believe that mall thing. The error texture April Fools is still the best for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we threw that idea around because I was thinking about the I was gonna do the hat, the error hat thing before we settled on the Gmod texture thing, but then we just were like, let's make that the whole theme.
Yeah.
It worked. It was good.
That one was pretty good. It's a shame I wasn't there for that. I couldn't show. Because my laptop had broke
Mhm.
again, like
Yeah, that's a
early
shame.
2019, and I hadn't gotten it back till like March.
That was a good one.
Not March, May.
It was simple
Although-
enough. Took like.
I do have a soft spot.
Textures.
I have a soft spot for the hey guys, CP3D is dying, but here's our last build, and it's just a box dimension with a message that members can get more.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good.
That was also after we had already like shown people gameplay footage.
Yeah.
So a lot of people fell for that.
Yeah. It fell in a good spot, I think, that joke. But, you know, so some people were
People were upset.
upset a little bit, but, you know, I think it aged
Some people
well.
I
were.
don't remember
Some
what we
people
did
were
for
very upset.
2020 April Fools. I know it was like in the Discord. What did we do for that?
2020, that was the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2020 was the
was
mall.
box dimension, but
2020 was a lot more normal.
Hmm.
2019 we were
yeah,
experimenting
despite
a
it
little bit.
being 2020, probably the most
Yeah, it was one of the-
irregular
it was-
ever gonna get.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was the most regular April Fools that CP3D has had, I think. Other than maybe this year's.
Oh yeah.
My time here has been like such a blur. I can't even remember if something was for 2019 or 2020. Like
Yeah,
it feels
that's
to me
odd.
like Egyptian was what 2019, but no, that was 2020.
It was
Still feels
2020, yeah.
2020 to me.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And the whole thing with the DMCA, that feels like 2019. That was
Oh, yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
wild. I remember that.
More spooky than the.
Forgot that we changed the logo
Going on
for
3 years
CP3D for 2020's April Fools. I forgot that we changed the logo for CP3D to like word art.
Oh, yeah.
No, we changed it
Remember
during Egyptian.
Word art is
party.
still some of my favorite. Like, I don't think there's a single person who dislikes word art, ironically or unironically.
Oh no. I mean, I just would never use it in anything professional ever,
Yeah.
but it's great. I like word art.
Let me try thinking. I think it was word. I gotta like look back at like a wiki so I can remember. Yeah,
I'm on the wiki right now because I'm just like, oh man, I remember like our original logo that we used. There's a
He
lot
still
here.
has like a really bad PNG of the Club Penguin 3D logo from like 2019, somewhere on an old phone.
Guy that we had to do that left, and then we just kind of had to use the bad PNG for a while we tried to find something to replace it. And then we got DMCA'd, and then it was easy.
Yeah, and then it just kind of worked because we got to change our logo.
Yeah.
We were like, well, actually,
Well,
I
we're
think the
here.
last time we used the Club Penguin 3D logo, party-wise, was the word art party. Because Egyptian is the next one that has a logo, and that one is just CP3D.
But because it changed. The party had two logos. The one with the old.
Oh, did it have another one?
Yeah, because the DMCA was during the Egyptian.
That's right. Right, we got DMCA in the middle. That's right.
This was the party last
Yeah, 'cause-
months.
The Egyptian party was like the longest one we've ever had, and that's the whole joke.
Yeah.
It's the longest one because it was closed during like.
It was a month long because we got hit halfway through.
So yeah.
I think the second one was also like I think it was Halloween 2018. I think that you went down.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Halloween
wasn't there
2018.
after that. Halloween 2018
Halloween 2018.
was kind of weird. I don't remember what happened.
Halloween
Yeah.
2018 lasted like a day and a half.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh right, because I remember
Yeah.
it got cut short because
Yeah.
I knew.
I cut
paid
short.
it.
cut down. I ended up joining
it
like
got cut
3
short
three
because,
months after that.
Yeah, I remember that for the like entire year of 2019, people were demanding that the wizard hat get re-released because they missed it.
Hmm.
It was like the big. It was like that was debatably almost a bigger request than like the alpha hat was. Just like, please bring the wizard hat back.
Yeah.
Just so ridiculously rare.
Yeah, because not many people even remember that party, and there's like barely any photos or like
There's
video
nothing.
that could go up on the wiki or on YouTube.
Like
So-
nothing.
Yeah.
I think everything on the wiki. Let me see what's on the wiki for the Halloween 2018. I
they
think
have
I
each
was the
room,
one.
but-
I was the one who put these up because I was the only one with renders. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Ooh, man, I forgot how bad the early renders looked for a lot of these places. Oh man, a lot of this is my work, and I hate it.
The only Halloween party that wasn't during Halloween, but yeah, because
It is the only Halloween party. October 28th to 29th, 2018. Yep.
makes sense.
Well, there's an early render for a haunted house that we never used for 2018 because we never got the chance. That's cool.
Oh, that was. Yeah. Oh, it's old. There is also
And that-
the secret lab. That.
There's a secret lab there too.
Oh yeah, I think I did
Got a lot of.
secret lab on a modeling live stream. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I kind of had to go halfway through that wizard hat discussion, so I'm just gonna. I'm, you know, I'm very bad at speaking, so.
Fair enough.
I'm
Honestly, I'm
almost
looking at the
certain Chris
wiki.
has, like 40 different screenshots of it. That and the quiz masters.
I don't know.
I had the
I
opportunity.
should do
to
another one.
Quiz masters too.
Should do another one. It's been a while since I've
And
released the
ended up
Quizmasters.
losing mine. So god awful.
Dang. I mean, it has been like it has
I
been
haven't
like
even
I think
seen
over
it.
a year.
In game, does like I know like 3 people have the quiz masters, 3 or 6, I don't remember, and
That's
I've
more.
never seen
It's
it in
like
game.
yeah, it's like closer. I believe 8 people have it, including myself.
Oh,
Never seen it.
there's Soups. He has it on right now.
Oh,
Throw
so
it on
that's
as
what
well.
that looks like. Okay.
Throw it on as well. I know I
I'm
have
the
it.
only staff member who doesn't have a beta hat that isn't like trial.
I'm sure. Well, there's a lot of people that don't have it now.
Yeah.
Your staff. So.
Remember that the first big divide
Oh, yeah,
was
'cause
between staff that had the alpha hat and the before we released the colors as like full colors, like Arctic white, maroon, and like think like a black variant were all like only available to alphas.
Yeah, I thought Old Blue was one of them.
Blue was one of them. Old Blue was the third one. I'm wrong. Yeah, but they were automatically added to people's inventories, I think, when they joined. So only the alphas had them for like a year and a half.
I
What?
forgot Old Blue was an alpha item. So
It was.
when we were testing the Ghost Room, me and Domo, I thought it was a bug. I thought he had somehow accidentally equipped it, like when he was changing from Ghost to regular Penguin model.
Mhm.
So I was
Ah.
about to report it until he told me it was just like an alpha item.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
you
sure
can
it's
just buy it.
flex.
Oh man, I found so I'm looking through some of the older parties from 2018 to see what we accepted as quality back then. Oh man, the
Oh,
plaza
Lord.
from the Christmas 2018. Oh no, how did we let this into the game?
I remember when just like accidentally parkouring on the wrong tree would crash your game.
Yeah.
The pizza parlor
Yeah,
was
the pizza parlor was it. The
something.
pizza parlor used to have the like the it was based on the art that was
then the
submitted for
mold.
like the beta plaza. Mold rug, yeah,
The
mold
mold
rug
rug
too.
was also that's still I like that.
That needs to come back eventually.
I'm looking at this though. I'm looking at this like Christmas party render, and it literally has like pizza breadery in like Times New Roman, all lowercase. How did this happen?
Oh, what year is that? That's
It's on the 2018. Look at the plaza
yeah.
image. Just compare it to the town that looks like really good, actually. Just weird.
Yeah, that one
Because-
was like actual. I typed into like a text box. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
hang on.
It was
Yeah.
some sort of font.
If I remember correctly, I think the only thing I did for Christmas 2018 model-wise was the gift shop, and I'm still pretty proud of that one.
Mhm.
It's one of my only models that I still like will defend to this day. That and the sports shop one I'm also pretty okay with. But it's just weird looking at like the crazy inconsistencies in quality. Like we really put an emphasis on the town above every other room in the game for a while there.
Pretty much.
We're min-maxing. Oh man, Valentine's Day 2019.
I didn't even know we had a Valentine's Day party.
Did? Probably pushing that the most because it is one of the weirder. It's one of the weirder like two-day parties that's really short and easy to make. So I tend to use it. I was thinking about using it just like to fill up some time probably. But there is one singular screenshot. It looks awful.
Yeah, I mean it kind of was.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a recolor, add a sign, and then a box with balloons on it with a sign on it that says, "Oh, there's an item in here." That was
Yeah.
pretty much it.
Yep. What's the first party? I think the first party that I would say like I could say like, ooh, that looks
It was valid.
almost
I've
good.
been speaking. But yeah,
Like
for being here almost 3 years, I kind of in that gray zone where I only started playing in 2019, late 2019.
Hmm.
So I remember none of this. I have some videos like pre-model change, and that's about it.
I think the first
like
party
that.
where I'm looking at this and I'm like, that's like acceptable level of quality for what we were doing, is probably April Fool's 2019 because it has like, although like the game still kind of looks awful, it looks like we actually kind of tried and put a little bit of effort into how we made things, like the pizza parlor being on the side, and the sports shop having like weird pixel font. Buildings in the town being made out of cardboard. Like we definitely tried.
Yeah.
That was my first
In 2
party.
years, we're gonna look at this party and see it as like terrible quality. We're not even gonna.
Yeah,
talk
I would
about
think that. I would think that, but if you go back to like Holiday 2019, Holiday 2019 still looks acceptable. it doesn't look as good, but it still is like acceptable quality. I think we were just really flying by the seat of our pants early on.
The quality just kind of varied.
Yeah, wildly.
Which party?
Holiday 2019. We're talking about right now. Just the fact that, like, overall it looks acceptable.
Oh.
I think we could put Holiday 2019 into the game today, and I think it would be mostly fine.
Yeah, for the most
While
part.
we're on the topic of parties, I think our best one was probably the Egyptian party. That needs to come back eventually, probably like
Yeah.
in a couple
Yeah,
of years.
definitely.
I think everyone
It
agrees on
needs to return.
I think we all
Especially
kind
with,
of
Lurk's
agreed.
animations. That party was
Yeah,
great.
those are great.
Yeah, we just need another custom one at least. But I think we'll probably do another custom one first and then bring it back one day. But yeah.
I would love to do another custom one. The ideas for those are always so much more interesting than just like, oh, just like do this but in 3D.
Customs are always great parties because early Club Penguin parties were just like, oh, we had 3 decorations,
Mhm.
and late parties, they just ran out of ideas, and they were all marketing tactics.
Also too long. Like parties basically at the end, the Penguin was always in a party. There was no breathing room between them.
Yeah,
They don't. They had a parties that lasted.
that was
like,
that was
3
a,
months
that was a
or
problem I
something
always
like
had with private servers back in the day too. Like, you never
Yeah.
saw the normal island ever.
No, it was always a party. It got me especially like constant. Like I think they had their 1 million user
Then
party
here
going for like
2
a year and a
months,
half.
You saw the regular island.
Mhm.
Because we
It'd
were
be a
just kinda,
miracle if you.
we were all just kind of burnt out for a while. And, oh God, what was our last party? I genuinely forgot.
Camp Penguin.
Penguin was the last one. I think
Oh,
yeah,
right,
like
yeah,
Camp Penguin was
Penguin.
also like
I
smaller,
never
though.
got to show up for that one.
Yeah, I don't think I I played the.
Not really much. It's not. It's one of the more
There's some
like.
times where I can just like not play the game for months at a time, and I just miss a whole lot of stuff. I missed the music jam. Like I never showed up for that.
Oh,
That was a very
Sucks.
good party. Yeah.
that was a good party.
The one after it was Island Adventure Party, and it was also very good.
Yeah, there were a few good ones consistently, like, in a
Like, I'm
row.
missing some great parties here. I should probably play the.
Honestly, like Camp Penguin is one of my favorite parties from the original game. I just wish they did more with it. Like I wish they had fleshed it out a little bit more, give it something other than just one free item and that's it.
Yeah.
My favorite parties were probably the ones that mixed in like the PSA element. Except for the
Blackout.
later ones. What in God's name was Triumph? We don't talk about that one.
I don't even remember.
You want to talk about Operation Puffle or like Pizza or whatever? There were a few bad ones later on.
They really just ran out of ideas and tried to keep like with Operation
Trying to do
Blackout
Blackout again.
Operation Blackout, they literally just kind of they set the bar way too high for that one. They couldn't ever top it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem
That
with
should've been the
Blackout is that
finale.
honestly, like that should have been the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have Herbert basically winning, Freedom Fighter Force trying to take over, and then the reveal at the end that Anarchic has been the director the whole time. Like that should have been the end of the game. That was the series finale, and they wasted it halfway through.
Mhm.
And while we're talking about the end of Club CPI, it wasn't a bad game. It wasn't
No, they just.
as bad as people said it was. It's just that like it felt like a solid punch in the gut after they killed off Club Penguin and immediately brought up this like.
In
I'm gonna be
term
honest with you.
of,
In the beginning, it was absolutely a mess. It was unfinished. It was but then it improved. But it just kind of kept that reputation, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney wanted it to be like the next Club Penguin, but didn't realize what made Club Penguin good in the first place. They like didn't let people fall in love with the new game because they just shoved money in your face like immediately, and that turned people off.
Yeah.
Even though the
That reminded me,
CPI team
we
tried their
had,
best.
We had Club Penguin Island, like, censored in the bot for, like, years.
Hmm.
We had that because people would be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, like CP3D is way better than Club Penguin Island," and we didn't want anyone from we didn't want anybody from Disney coming over and just seeing that as like a threat. Either way, it wasn't really a good conversation either way. Like it would just kind of turn into CPI bad, CP3D good, and that doesn't really get anybody anywhere.
Yeah.
Because CPI was better in
Now we're
terms of
allowed to,
3D
since
games
technically
than
at least
CP3D.
somewhat different.
CPI and us are going for completely different things.
True, but yeah. They just didn't have luck and money.
It is interesting, but for what came out is awful. I think the idea is interesting, and at the end of the game, I think it was way better. But that initial period really screwed them.
Yeah.
Once people had decided you're replacing Club Penguin and you're shoving money in my face, and this is the whole reason why, that was it. It was over. They were never going to recover from that. They shouldn't have released Club Penguin Island the day that Club Penguin died. That was the problem. They should have waited. And then once people had kind of soured on it and been like, "Oh, I just miss Club Penguin," then be like, "New Club
Or better
Penguin
yet,
coming
they
out."
should have just released it earlier as a finished product, and then they let the two
maybe.
coexist, and then after a year, you shut down the original. Then you would get people used to the fact that Club Penguin would shut down. You got a year in advance, and you give people time to enjoy CPI.
It is also true. You could do that as well. That would be a better idea than just killing off Club Penguin, being like, "This is the replacement. Now
For a
give us $10 to do
multi-billion-dollar
anything."
corporation, they do make some questionable decisions at times. Because honestly, like, they don't have like a PR department that says no. Why would you do that?
Yeah. Disney doesn't really understand video game culture that well, and that's why they sold all their video game stuff off.
Yeah, just stopped making games, so yeah.
They just kind of they didn't sell it off because that would mean that maybe someone else
They
could do
didn't
something.
sell
with it.
everything.
They're just
Club
hoarding
Penguin
it.
still belongs to them.
Yeah.
They have a death grip on that.
Club
I
Penguin
don't know
they're
why they
keeping
should
for
just
some
sell it
reason.
to somebody.
Should just sell it, but I think they're. I think they're just like, oh, it's still lucrative.
I forgot that door takes you places. I spent way too much time in the pre-release demo and not in the actual party. Whoops.
Whoops. I definitely think that Disney should probably just sell it to someone. I almost don't care who. But at the same time, Disney really only comes after fan projects when it threatens when Club Penguin's image is tarnished.
Yeah.
This is someone else.
Yeah.
If Lance gets his hands on it, he's gonna just take down everything.
Yeah.
He's gonna immediately see it as competition. So it's the case of the enemy you know versus the enemy you don't.
Hmm.
Let's see. I always thought item transfer from CP to CPI would be cool, even if it didn't support all items at first. Honestly, I think that it would just be too much. There's how many items in Club Penguin? It's just way too many. Didn't CPI have that whole crafting element?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Half
they
of it was
did.
for members only.
That would kind of mess with the crafting system if you could just get all your items from Club Penguin into Club Penguin Island. Club Penguin Island was more like Club Penguin 3D than absolutely.
Club Penguin Island item kind of felt like bland because you had like a handful of things you could make, and then the rest of it was just merchandise.
Yeah, I remember a lot of that. It was a lot of that Finding Dory kind of thing.
Yeah, I just remembered the Mike Wazowski costume. That was a
Oh god,
mess.
Mike Wazowski costume. I remember that. We just get Andrew? Is that Andrew that joined?
Yes.
Yep, there's Andrew.
Hey.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on,
I
stream?
spend so much
What's up?
time jumping around the ghost room. I don't know where everyone. Where are you?
I'm currently playing Kajitsu
Yes,
Fire.
Toph?
Everyone's in the fire dojo right now.
Oh, really?
Someone's just
Yeah.
now
I'm not
arrived.
even.
How's
I'm not
it
even
going?
on fire ninja, bro.
I'm not a fire ninja either.
I don't
Is
think
the
I'm a
quality
full
alright?
fire yet.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah, how's my mic quality? My computer's like fried right now, so I'm just on mobile.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
No, you're fine.
Sounds good.
You're fine. We're talking Club Penguin Island right now.
Like almost every
We,
time we talk about.
I
CP.
can't join you guys in game. I never actually got the chance to become black belt in regular card jutsu because I never played the game. Anyone wants to?
I mean, the problem is just like the
help
same
us
problem
guys
as
get
like
to,
belt.
Ooh, actually, what's gonna happen
The
if I
problem-
try to play card jutsu as a ghost? I'm gonna...
I mean, you'll probably just get reset back to a penguin. I would assume. Snow would be a better judge.
What? Sorry, heard my name.
Oh yeah,
I'm about
just
to.
saying, like,
I was about to say like all of my cards out loud, and then I realized the person I'm playing against is probably just like
Watching the
watching the
stream.
stream right now.
Being stream sniped.
we were just talking about the fact like what happens if you play card jitsu as a ghost. I assumed that you would just turn back into a penguin.
Yeah, you
I
Oh
said
no,
you-
it'll work. I was playing with Dub.
And I think I just won.
All right. Joe.
I forgot the card jutsu rules, but I think I just. Yep, I just won. And that's a stamp for me, and 2 stamps.
Oh, I lose.
Flawless victory and 1 helmet.
Oh.
Oh,
My
no.
belt. I died and my belt is just floating, so I guess I'm still a ghost, but I don't think it's a feature. So. Oh, I forgot.
Wow, I'm immediately losing.
One of my favorite like small club penguin
What I get
details
for
is
my
the fact that
embarrassing-
Gary doesn't have eyes. And like I never noticed it until we were doing the render work for Gary's first player card, and I was like, why does he look so wrong? And we realized that Gary does not have eyes.
Yeah. Sensei 2, they don't have.
I don't
eyes.
think Gary ever had eyes in the original Penguin,
Doesn't have eyes.
except for like his in-game.
His glasses are supposedly bigger than his eyes, but he doesn't have eyes.
Literally blind.
Yeah. So I think there is a comics where you can see the eyes are just very very small.
I think he's got like really small eyes.
You know, let's just
Like, how does
see-
that happen?
Go ahead.
He's blind.
How did Gary's eyes just end up that small? Did they
I think
just,
I mean
fall away?
Gary is the only penguin who wears glasses for sight reasons.
Maybe Untitled.
Like, was he just born with terrible?
Oh
eyes?
yeah, Antarctic probably as well.
I thought
You
he
have like a
just,
CP3D eye
ordered
test. Just get a
I
glass.
think he's just yeah. I mean it's undebatable that Gary has the worst eyesight out of every penguin in the game. His glasses are so thick.
Well, I'm gonna bail out on this guy I'm playing card jutsu with. Sorry, Coco, we will 1. If you're in, I'm gonna bail out on you to quick math, because I've always wondered how much time Gary spends on his. Like,
Do you guys think there'll ever be like another Club Penguin in terms of like relevancy, like an
No.
online?
No, not really.
I think.
Oh, there will not.
alright, I think I just broke CP3D. Sorry,
Job.
I just got stuck.
I think virtual worlds like Club Penguin are like culturally dead.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
more like
They are because of
Fortnite
social media.
stuff,
Hmm.
But
Social media and mobile games have made it so kids don't actually need any kind of kids don't need. More importantly, it's not a priority for parents to give kids the protection online that Club Penguin offered.
Hey
Yeah.
pal, come join this map. 4 people.
I,
mm,
yeah, but I definitely
Alright, so I'm gonna
definitely think that
how many hours do you think Gary spends on like iteration of invention?
too
Well, I
much.
mean, his name,
Like, do
Gadget
you want to just
Guys
give him the benefit of
is
the doubt and say, I'm just gonna say one hour per iteration, right? So everything he has ends in 3,000. So that's already 3,000 hours per invention or more. And how many inventions does he have? At least 10.
is that how you're going about it? Are you saying that he spends 3,000 hours on an invention?
I think that's canon in CP.
Is that canon?
Yeah, I think it was, but I really like Gary, so I always say it's false, but I think it's actually true. I think in a newspaper they said that it's the number of attempts. So yeah, he's.
If you're looking at
very
the
bad.
comics, if you're looking at the comics, then it's definitely just a naming convention because he writes 3,000 on a piece of cheese and calls it the cheese 3,000.
Maybe he
Yeah.
fades that cheese 3,000 times.
Unless you're saying that it took
Maybe
him
it took him like
3,000 hours to age the cheese.
3,000 tries to like actually cultivate the cheese.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's gotta be like the cheesiest cheese on Club Penguin.
Probably.
No, hear me out. He
Gary.
just names it that. Like, think about it. Super Mario 64 isn't called that because there's 63 before
Yeah,
that.
no,
They're just-
I think it's. I think they just wrote that inside the newspaper because it was funny, I guess. But yeah,
It is really weird to try and like suss out what's canon in the Club Penguin
yeah,
universe.
it's
Yeah.
It's a disaster. Thank God for that one Twitter account.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take everything he says as canon, even if he's like not staff. Like,
Yeah.
like no matter what any staff members say on
No, you're
Twitter
false.
about it, hint hint. I'm just gonna take
he's-
it all as canon.
Yeah. I think I saw something. I think it was Polo who was like, "Oh yeah, that's not canon," and then everyone in the comments just like, "No, you're wrong.
You define.
No, Club Penguin staff member, you are wrong." I on Twitter knows what he's talking about.
Sometimes the fans know.
No, don't
more.
correct my typo. It's spelled that way now.
Wait, pal, are you still working on Antique?
Yeah, he is. I remember because I'm actually kind of active in Discord. I applied for staff,
Yeah,
and nothing ever came out of it. I don't know what
Wow.
happened.
Really?
I probably didn't see it. Match is over. I probably didn't see it. Honestly, reapply. Yeah, I'm still over there.
I think it's almost crazy that us being 3 years old is back like from conception. It's almost been 5 years.
Yeah.
On
We were
February
talking
1st,
about-
it'll be 5 years.
Talking about the time, I was like, yeah, I'm probably one of the oldest staff members here, and I got hired back in like 2017. 2017. 2017. I joined like 5 months into the project's existence, I think. And I just remember being like, oh, that's not that long ago. But no, it's almost been like it's been over 4 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
I like how I
nuts.
can rejoin the game like an hour after the stream starts, and then town just barren again, like usual.
People are in the fire dojo right now.
People are in the fire dojo.
I mean, keeping a consistent player base with something as niche as Club Penguin's pretty difficult. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the thing. It's like eventually, I think CP3D will probably be the last Club Penguin project that I'm on at the end of the day because like the medium is
I didn't
getting
realize- Like,
smaller.
Oh, never mind. I can go on the.
Dude, I mean, like realistically, us and Rewritten are probably the last two like big Club Penguin projects ever.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's us and Rewritten.
And
I
even
think
then,
that's where it's
CPR
going.
like still has way more players. Just
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
but again,
just
eventually
because
that'll-
like on every comment saying, "Oh, I miss Club Penguin."
Yeah,
People
Like, there's
go,
always
"You
someone
should
saying,
play
"Oh, hey,
CPR."
check out Club Penguin rewritten." It's like just the
Yeah.
same thing.
because realistically, that's the closest you're gonna get to
Yeah.
what everyone grew up with. Because most
Yeah.
people,
I
a
like
lot of people
CPR
at
as
least
effort.
stay with nostalgia, and they want exact nostalgia. They want it exactly how it was. And for people who want,
I think that's
You
the
know.
same reason no one really into Super Mario 3D All Stars because it was just kind of it wasn't the actual game, it was just
Yeah,
bad
Yeah.
ports of the games,
it was bad.
ports, yeah.
expensive.
I
and
think
it was
that,
like the worst version of Mario 64 you can get.
Mhm.
Like, what's Mario 64 if you can't backwards long?
Well, I still think it's so weird they removed that feature. Come on.
yeah,
It's
Why,
not
like,
a bug. It's a
it's just a feature. It's something you can completely ignore. But it was removed anyway. But like I think in terms of CPR being like the ultimate nostalgia thing, I think most private servers other than CPR fall into two categories of either they're too niche for a wide audience, which is where I personally like to think Antique is, or have the problem of that you're just a clone of CPR. Why would you play anything else? You can just play CPR that is better.
Or you're one server with too many odd things, like custom
Yeah.
music.
Or you're in that
Just
camp.
yeah.
CPR kind of hits the
I think there
perfect
are
balance.
just three. There are three categories of CPPS, right? You've got fan projects, which aren't technically private servers, like CP3D, which is us.
Yeah.
And then
I
like
mean, like
CPIS,
masterpieces like CP3D, right?
Masterpieces like CP3D.
yeah.
and things that are just like
Yeah.
so super custom that they're pretty much fan projects, like Super Club Penguin, which is very good still.
Huh.
And then
I've
you've
played
got
it. I
things
think
which
I
are,
do.
like, they do have very neat custom stuff. By the
I
way.
do. I saw their custom
there's-
stage, and I was very impressed.
There's like nostalgia bait, which is well not really bait, but like nostalgia based, like CPR, which is pretty much the closest thing you can get, like you said. And then
Yeah.
and then you've got like that weird gray area, where it's like it's kind of its own thing in the club. I don't know. That it's like Antique, where it's kind of Club Penguin.
Mhm.
Antique, I would
But
say,
it's
is
also
definitely
a
in the
little
gray
groove
area.
that has like an extra little touch. Like the lore of Antique Penguin, like Antique Penguin gameplay versus Antique Penguin lore, alright? Like. someone
Yeah, I
make that
forgot.
immediately in chat.
People
Please
do-
someone
people-
make that
people are
immediately and post
very-
it off topic.
People are very crazy about the lore, and meanwhile, I know exactly where I want it to go, but it's just gonna take like
You
way
know
longer
exactly
to,
what's going on, and I don't.
But I do think that like there are three main. There are three main. It's either like stuff like this, stuff that's like insanely custom, like like stuff where like you can just add items and stuff like that, or stuff like Super Club Penguin where it's just so past the point of Club Penguin that it almost doesn't count.
Right,
And then
and I
nostalgia
forgot
stuff.
the one category of like sandbox Club Penguin, where you just kind of make your thing, just kinda
Item.
hang out.
The old style of
Yeah.
private server.
Well, would you
Yeah.
categorize stuff like box
Things like
critters in
CPPS.me and like old
CPPS?
CP.
Yeah, they're very sandboxy.
Where,
Old CP's lore is also
whatever
a mess.
happened to old CP? I know the same people behind Penguin 3D, which is, I know that created some confusion at first.
Yeah.
Penguin 3D still around?
It's still
Yeah,
around.
I know they're around. I know they're not like a Club Penguin at all, and I mean at all.
Yeah,
Oh.
don't they have like dinosaurs or something?
Yeah, it's a lot of models from the Unity defaults assets just kind of thrown in
Yeah.
willy nilly.
Can't we just had a dinosaur into
Like, it's one of those things where it's more like, okay, I want to do my own thing, but I don't really have any character design, so I'm just based on.
Yeah, no, that's kind of where
Which-
it falls. That's
Yeah.
a lot of those.
It's like
It's also weird because
it's pretty neat.
the guy who made all that stuff, like old CP and Penguin 3D, he's also made like extremely good Flash games with completely original assets, with like a storyline and lore. So I don't know why he continues to like use the Club Penguin stuff if he doesn't need to or
The
doesn't
only
want to.
real thing I remember about like old CP and everything about that was just like the drama.
Yeah.
Like the
I mean, just every private server has drama,
hierarchy
basically.
of like staff, how they were all
Yeah.
like, and how were like all the staff were in lore like royalty or something. I never really
Yeah.
understood that.
It's literally like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Literally like Game of
Dictatorship
Thrones.
or something.
Yeah, I remember they had like a Game of Thrones item too. It was weird.
Yeah, they had multiple.
It was good. I
Yeah.
liked it. I always kind of liked the role playing aspect of Club Penguin, but like they took it a bit far in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took it a bit far. Actually, that staff royalty thing is kind of why in Antique I try to make Palp's in-game persona so unbelievably pathetic.
Mhm.
He's constantly in debt. He's
He's like a
struggling to pay
tax
literally
evader.
anybody. He's basically like a stringy tax evader who's using people's nostalgia against them. And I did that in response to a bunch of private server owners who try to like make themselves gods and stuff. I think it's very
Yeah.
egocentric and kind of pathetic.
Because there was a point in a lot of private servers' history where the owner, there is no chance an owner would be an actual, nice human being, and sorry
Yeah.
to be so blunt, but
Oh,
just
no,
the
they were all
people that worked
terrible.
on those servers were not
Oh,
good
I just
people.
accidentally
I
shut
know. The Club Penguin community as a whole, pre CPR, when it was just kind of filled with whoever, was very much a bad group of people
Mhm.
across the board. Like, I think it was like probably like 10-1. The person you were talking to was a bad person.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember like there used to be just so much drama, like out of Club Penguin, which is the most like
There still is.
non-listening
Mhm.
thing.
No, it's a lot of database leaks and people's information getting
Yeah,
stolen.
people are like really toxic about each other's stuff too. Like people
Yeah, it wasn't great.
would constantly just try to ruin each other. Like it was some sort of to the death battle for Club Penguin.
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah.
To defend your Club Penguin owner by stealing someone else's personal information and emailing their friends.
I wasn't too surprised because other games that closed down or reopened had stuff exactly like this, and I've been a part of that, so I'm not.
Honestly,
so
I feel
surprised.
like the whole purge of 2020 was a good thing. They just kind of got rid of
Yeah.
all of that, and it just
I think it's because now
like you have
can't
three,
make money,
like three or four choices now, and it probably did us for the better because we managed to come out of it like CPR.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they
In
survived.
terms of,
that. Like, how did CPR?
I know.
Didn't they get two
They ignored
DLCs?
the-
Like, how did they do that?
they just ignored them. Everyone had a different strategy. We rebranded. Antique, I changed the domain. CPR just straight up ignored it.
No,
Then I think-
CPR did change the name once of the domain.
They changed their
It's
domain
early
name.
on. They changed the domain name
got-
early on one time.
Yeah, that was
Which is similar to what
Because it
I've
got
done.
seized.
Because it got seized. Their domain got seized. They wouldn't have done it if otherwise.
Yeah, I don't know. Like they're just like I'm not trying to like call them out or start anything, but like I cannot believe that they literally. It's because Disney doesn't care. But
Disney doesn't
They only
care.
did it to get their name out of the press because of the whole CP
Yeah.
Online.
Well, that's the whole reason. They just
Yeah.
wanted because people saw Club Penguin and bad stuff. So Disney was like, okay, well let's take down all these servers so we can show people that we're doing something, but let's not actually care about them going down.
It's the news fault. It is the news fault because they made it seem like it was the original Club Penguin. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just
But
all
they
these
did.
who don't know what they're talking about.
They also they did the same thing for CPR and that benefited the community. So the news giveth and the news taketh away. Well, the BBC article was definitely misleading, very intentionally.
Yeah. If your
The
news
pic- the-
article
the-
is 100% truthful, then it's not news. Honestly.
pictures in the BBC article are also completely inaccurate to like how Club Penguin works.
Yeah.
You see it from
There's stuff in there where I'm just like, why is it like this? This isn't how the game operated. I played Club Penguin Online for a time when I was working there, and it's not even accurate at all. Not even close. Completely bad situation all around though.
Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, when Disney took down CPO, in these types of cases, once they set a legal precedent, they have to follow it, right? So they went after everyone. Most of the smaller CPPSs, they took it 100% seriously and just kind of shut down immediately, because there wasn't really any point.
Yeah.
$1 billion lawsuit over it.
Yeah.
CPR just kind of took it, and I'm like, okay, cope.
But,
And then they
okay,
just-
whatever.
And then they just kind
But
of ignored it.
Yeah,
We
I
rebranded.
understood from
I
my
think we rebranded.
yeah. Well, from what I've understood from my almost
And then there's
decade
some
of
that
experience,
came after it,
like
new
as long as CPR doesn't die, no private server is going to get sued.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that's from my years of age and experience watching .me get DMCA'd 5 times, watching CPR get DMCA'd 5 times. Nothing is ever going to happen unless they actually try to sue CPR.
Mm-hmm.
So, no. That's why when Antique got its DMCA, I'm like, oh, okay.
The
Well,
thing is, even as like $1 billion corporation, there's no point in just like you're just wasting your money.
Oh.
You're gonna win.
Yeah, but like, what are you gonna sue from us? We're like children and like young
Yeah.
adults with nothing to our name. Like realistically,
it's just a matter of. It's the matter of they're just going to they're going to make you incur legal fees. They don't really care about the settlement as much as they just care about making your life miserable.
Mm-hmm.
dude. I mean, they're just wasting their time, money, effort,
The
and
problem with
resources.
why they don't-
CPR
that's
is
why they
the
don't
fact
do
that
it.
they're like actually making ad money off it.
Yeah,
That is the problem.
and I hate it.
That's why I'm surprised they're still alive, because they are like making actual money off it, and it's not just server costs.
They're
We're fine with
they're
server costs, right? And we're
they're directly
acting on
profiting.
it.
in terms
Like,
of
I don't
in terms
remember
of
how
Antique's,
true this is,
uh,
but I'm pretty sure a staff member managed to buy a house with that money. I think it might have been.
I think they pulled together to rent the place. If I remember
Yeah.
the story correctly, pulled their money together, rented a place in Florida, and then partied there for like 3 days.
That's nice. I would.
You know,
understand-
as much as I rip on him for it, God, I would love to do that with the CP3D money.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool, but
the money we don't have.
The
Thanks
way
to
you
everybody
get that
for
money.
paying off the server costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't even
It's
run
the case of,
anymore,
like-
do we? I think it's all directly Andrea that's paying
I'm literally paying for all
for
of
it
it.
all.
No, I'm paying for the website, I think, or something like that.
Oh, right, because Y Drop owns the site and the
Oh,
server.
Y Drop
It
owns
is
the
with
domain.
the real owner of CP3D.
Or
Yes.
was it Y Drop owns the domain and the server? I don't know. All I know is the server is in France somewhere, and
It's
Is in France somewhere.
Yes, it's
and then almost got
UK.
OVH'd, and then we realized, oh wait, it's not in OVH.
I'm gonna brag.
Let's say that
I'm a
my,
business genius. I got like a ton of money to my name thanks to my business ventures outside of CP3D, so I can pay for all like, a decent bit of it.
I'd say that generally, if you're profiting off of a private
Literally
server,
just asked Bill Gates for money.
money needs to go to like I think that if you're profiting off of a private server, that money needs to go to charity. Make it a coins for change goal and then donate it, which is what Antique does with its earnings. If it doesn't go to server costs, goes to charity.
To start a server like that, then you must not be like in extreme debt if you could start a private server. So why would you really need that money hypothetically?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I understand people that take money to pay for server costs, but the rest of
Yeah.
it shouldn't be getting pocketed.
Mm-hmm.
These CPPSs, like, they do coins for change.
I mean, if
They
you
don't
really
actually
want
do
to,
anything.
like, you can pocket the money, but at least like coins for change, some of it. Like, it's not just coins for
But coins for change should be. Like I think at the end of the day, when Antique
It's called
closes,
coins.
I'm probably going.
for
Yeah.
change, not coins for fun.
At the end of the day, I think I'm probably going to, when Antique inevitably dies, because every private server dies.
No, go on forever.
Yeah, obviously. But I think at the end of the day, I'm going to probably either donate all of it or get a pull from whoever's been giving me money about what I should do with it. Either put it to a next project or donate all of it, with probably my conscience making me donate
If
all
I
of it.
had
anyway.
money to donate to you, I would probably just say half and half it.
I would tell you, I don't donate. Don't donate to me. Antique is fine. I'm very fiscally responsible with the donations I get. I don't. We're good. Antique can go on for like another 12 months if it needed to, without any kind of donations needed. Even then, I could still pull from my own personal savings if it got really that bad. But either way, just private servers are kind of a mixed bag that you need to be very careful about. That's basically it. That's the end of the day. That's the moral.
Yeah.
What does everyone want to see next year?
The one thing I don't like about Super Club Penguin is it doesn't really seem like they know what they're doing that much. It seems like they went a little
it's
over
cool right now. Like they're
board with the
rebuilding
custom
game.
content, and then they just kind of. You know, I just realized something. Is this rock just like significantly more low
I
poly
was
than the
asking
other? Like,
chat and us what we like to see next year.
like this one looks like it came straight out
we
of
think.
Minecraft.
Missions.
This one.
I was gonna say missions. Yeah, missions would be good. I think missions.
And Cat Surfer because I love that game.
We need more missions. A welcoming flood was a good one. That was fun. We still need to figure out what our missions are like actually gonna be like. With the PSA.
Yeah, because
we've gotten a couple.
Of the PSA
Like we've got a couple custom ideas from people, and they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that the whole idea of like doing different missions that aren't like just the PSA ones is much better.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to see the PSA missions, but like with us. But I have always
PSA
said
missions are
CP3's
cool, but like once you finish them 5 times each, you're just gonna breeze through them, and they're not
boring.
We're just gonna blow the snow.
I've always thought that CP3's
especially with
biggest
there only
strength
being
was
like
being different.
12 and all of them technically being the same. It's not like a Modern Warfare game where it has its one really fun mission that you can keep replaying. No, they're all pretty much the same. It's just a point-and-click adventure, right? Like it's nothing special.
Yeah.
Like they were cool, but they're also just point-and-clicks.
Yeah, I really think that we should
At the end of
probably
the day,
stick
it works
to like
for us.
mostly different stuff. I think it's in our best interest to kind of try to split ourselves off from. Split ourselves off. Be the same but different.
As much as we can.
Yeah, just be the same but different. I think a lot of the stuff that at least I'm working on.
It's not a direct
for
copy.
It's that way.
An homage.
Interpretation, different content. So
Yeah,
I think the whole
like an homage.
Richard thing's better anyway. I think going into
I
that would be
like
interesting.
I liked the Richard thing, but some people do go a little overboard with it. Like it's the only thing they ever talk about.
Yeah.
When it just
It's great.
that we forgot.
If you're listening, it's
Does end up
you
being a
probably
lot
know
of,
who
like,
you are.
I think a
How
lot
did I
of
spend
people see it
1900
as like
coins just today. I didn't even buy anything, bro.
speed running for infinite, just speed running for the infinite replayability. Yeah. I think like the opening mission for the PSA stuff is also just like, I know it's not technically a mission, but I'm gonna count it as one. It's also pretty good. A lot better than the extremely easy test that you can quickly fix. You know the answers. The answers aren't that hard to guess. The good boy answers and you'll win.
Yeah, I think I'd like to focus on the PSA missions and stuff, and there's ways to make it more interesting and adapt it into 3D, because it's a whole new medium.
So
and having lore, I think a lot of people would like to see that.
Here's a question: if we're gonna stick like kind of outside of Club Penguin, but Operation Blackout is probably one of the most widely celebrated best parties you can ever get. What are we gonna do with that, right? Like,
We don't even have
we're
a.
just gonna cross that bridge when we get to it,
Blackout is
because
so far that I don't
Yeah.
think.
I'm gonna say we don't even have a
like we don't even have
Herbert.
let alone
Yeah.
like a
We don't have the
PSA.
EPF. We don't have a Herbert. Honestly, I mean, if it were up to me, I would say just stick with the PSA. I always thought the EPF was a little bit
Yeah.
shoehorned.
I think.
It seemed like it was just a thing of like, oh, we have our own secret cooler agency.
Yeah. We could
I don't
always.
It's like the FBI versus the CIA, except they're both not secret at all. Everyone knows about them.
That's the other thing. Like the EPF always, like when the EPF first came out, when the PSA was still a thing, it was super secretive. But then, like once the
problem
PSA
is
died,
with
they
secret
shoved it in
agencies
people's
and
faces.
online games, they're never secret, right?
Yeah.
So inevitably they're going to be found out.
I mean, that was in the TV ads. So...
Like the problem is everyone could become a secret agent like with time. The PSA was like you bought in. You had to get like the DS game because there was a
Yeah.
secret code you had to get in, right? And that's
Yeah, you
why
had
it
to
was
buy in.
rare. Because like while the games were neat, like out of the millions of active players, like no one actually bought them.
I wonder how many people were actually agents. Like, if you take all the players, how many percent were actually a secret agent? Like, it was maybe 90% or maybe more. I don't know. I don't think they have.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
I think there's like the whole thing of like, I understand that it's not secret, but it is weird that like even in universe they kind of threw off the veneer of secrecy after Blackout.
Yeah, it's.
They were just like, this exists. Have fun. It was kind of annoying. I wish they hadn't gone that route.
Honestly, like a parallel I can draw to people who like this is kind of like a if a know you know thing, if you know thing. But like the SCP Foundation's Broken Masquerade hub, that was kind of like how the EPF went after Blackout. Like it's just like
Yeah, I would agree with
okay,
that.
we're real. Yeah, have fun.
Real enjoy. And it is similar. I think that like I think the thing about the PSA that was always so great
In fact, the
about it
stakes
was
are
the fact that
relatively
it was
the
so-
same. Like, a giant world-ending event happens, and we're like, okay, we need to stop this. We don't really care about it anymore, and then boom, happened. Moment.
I mean, after Operation Blackout basically removed the EPF in lore. Yeah, I know, that's the problem. Like they made it like they announced it at the end of Blackout, and that was the issue. They shouldn't have done that. Also, the fact that like in the newspaper after that, they were always like, "Oh yeah, you know they exist."
Yeah, that's
Fun. Like I don't think a
It
secret
kind of
agency
makes me
would be
realize
allowed.
how terrible of a director Antarctic is, because she quite literally, like, revealed it multiple times, despite it being...
He's revealed
Well,
it
I guess it
multiple
isn't
times.
really in the name for the EPF anymore, but, like... The Penguin
Was
Secret
for- yeah,
Agency?
secret
Question mark?
agency. Yeah. Yeah, the PSA was a lot more secretive than the EPF, which is good. Even though obviously you could just like click on the become a secret agent button. It wasn't that much more secretive, but it's about the lore. It's about the feel more than like the actual gameplay in that regard.
I mean, let's be real, dude. I mean, once you do certain
don't
things like 5 times, you're not gonna be a
I don't really
penguin
enjoy
spy.
Club Penguin for the gameplay anymore. I enjoy it for, like, lore. That's why I like Antique so much. So, like, we're gonna include lore in this, except it's, like, actually kind of believable.
I definitely want to see CP3D have more lore. Honestly, like I think that we could do a lot with the stuff that we've set up already. And stuff that we could include, like we could, like
And
we could
all the
we could-
characters that were made in, like, 2017. 2018.
we could go back to Penguin God. Sepientum,
It's
or whatever it's called.
Sepientum, I don't know.
Sepientum, or whatever it's called.
No one can
But like
come up with
the four-armed destroyer, four-armed destroyer god of the.
I remember I
universe.
sniped that Twitter account. That was how behind
I think
am
back
I on
when
this stream? I think I'm
back when we were considering a Discord bot, I think I started one with the name of Sepientum. Never really got too far with it.
Has this stream only been going for? Oh, okay. The stream's been going for like 20 minutes, not like almost 2 hours now. I thought it was only 12.
It has
But
to
no,
make some clickbait out of the
I'm like
newspaper
20
and
minutes.
selling a secret organization.
It's behind on
Yeah.
the stream thanks to YouTube.
Probably gonna wrap it up.
Oh,
soon.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions about CP3D's past or future, now is the time to ask because this is the question segment. Ask your questions.
As you guys know, I was in the stream the entire time. You should all be thanking me.
So if anybody's got any questions, now is the time. They will get answered.
If we ever get desperate, we'll just make the game.
no one's
into a
really
cinematic
looking in.
universe like Marvel.
No one's really typing in stream chats. I'm just gonna look in CP general.
Check there, because not a lot of people are. Secret tunnels that were coming back. Okay. So secret tunnels is the mission, is like the first mission. Of those that were coming back, who's to say?
I think once we do the first real PSA mission, we will bring back the water one, like in replay mode. But
Like the thing is, just for the sake of like new players,
yeah, because it was very good. It was.
we can't just have a mission stay exclusive to one time. But they're probably gonna be replayable at one
I mean,
point
the
in time.
two best things of CP3D were Egyptian party and the mission. Like because it was
Yeah,
custom.
like it's
and-
gotta come back eventually, whether like as a hey look we did this as like a throwback or like a training thing they did it. What's it?
I just do like the VR thing in the EPF games.
Yeah, the VR thing was pretty
the-
cool. It gave him a good reason to redo the
Missions,
Originals.
the PSA ones. Yeah, just do that. We
except
can do that
Pervert's
for,
Revenge
for
just
Wrestling.
kind of took it, ran, and went to
Yeah.
they just
I
kind of
hate
went
it.
lazy with it, and then just
And her,
I mean, at
Pervert's
least you
Revenge
can
bad.
still play them now. So
Pervert's Revenge was fun, but it was just like the same.
it's just the same but worse.
Well,
Every way, practically.
well, no, they did have its couple missions. Like, which one was it? Was it? Because I know it had like a lot of custom, like the trading one that I couldn't get past until like 3 years after I bought the game. What else?
How do you make a Club Penguin game that doesn't allow you to customize without the missions? You can't waddle around the island. There aren't any mini games to play. You can't customize your character.
What is
You
there to
could with unlocked item.
With unlocked
Which
items,
was
but
very
like
boring.
that's not the same. That's not the same.
The unlocked items
Herbert's
were
Revenge
also
is
pretty boring and very generic and only
bad.
mission related. Like,
I was like, oh, yeah, I can.
okay,
I
you
can
get a
wear
hard
crown
hat, a
costume.
spider costume, a flashlight. Boom. Make yourself at home.
Oh man, I could do both my original Club Penguin outfit from when I was a kid, and my like CPPS outfit now. My new one with like the cheesy necktie and the jean jacket. I could do both of them in Elite Penguin Force, and I could do neither of them in its sequel. That's supposed to be an improvement.
I actually never
Let's
played
all
Herbert's
move
Revenge.
to the town. If anybody wants a picture, let's get a picture first.
Get a picture in there, yeah. Let's do it.
Yo, I'll log on like my parents' computer or something because I'm trying to get in this. My computer right now is fried. I don't know what's going on.
Everybody, where your oldest
My
party
stream
hat.
is so behind.
Yeah,
I'm
everybody
still
is.
looking at like card jutsu footage, right?
Oh, yeah, it
No.
was a long time ago.
That was a while ago.
I'm gonna resume the live.
Alright, give me like 2 minutes. Come on, guys.
Yeah, no, we're not starting yet. You're good. Let's see. While we're waiting, any more questions? Will card server ever be completed? The short answer to that question is yes. Doing question 1, I remember a short about a puffle exploring, and it used the design before they had mouths. Am I remembering correctly?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I did that in like I think it was a day or two. I didn't know much about animations, but I just tried to make one. I'm not sure where I uploaded that. I forgot, but
Was that the one?
I think
Was that
it's
the one where the
posted.
puffle eats out of the cookie jar? Am I thinking of the right one?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's that one.
Mind Surfer is being worked on by a trial coder. I don't know where they got that, but I don't think Kart Surfers.
Not that I know of.
No, I don't
We
think
had
Kart
Car
Surfer.
Surfer, the old.
I feel like if someone was working on Kart Surfer, I would have been told of this. But yeah, it'll eventually come out according to the FAQ, which says everything in the original game is probably going to make it if we can do it. Like
Yeah.
some things will probably stay not in game for the better, like the mall.
Mall. Oh yes. My favorite. Well, it was in the game technically.
It wasn't the guy. I know
Oh.
someone has a model of it somewhere. I think it's a wide drop.
Of what? Sorry.
The mall.
Yeah. Let me find it. I think I have it somewhere.
I feel like this has been brought up multiples.
Where did I put this? Mall. Oh, it's here. Oh no. Oh no. I think it's it's here.
Yeah.
The mall would have been a neat idea if they didn't like. It would have been a good.
I'm still very proud of this mall, even if it's just a joke.
Also, they should have replaced the gift shop with them all if they wanted to go that route.
I thought they could replace the theater with the mall, right?
Did. Shouldn't have.
I mean, dude, like, I'm not saying they should have, but, like, no one ever used the theater. It was the most dead room in the game besides the boiler room.
Cycling plant.
The only thing I like with the mall is that I know I can have the most head because it's in it. And I know
Oh my
when I
God.
go in the CPPS that have it, I can just have my head. But otherwise, it's very
That's
bad.
fair. You can get the moose head, but you can also get it with the stage.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was only when the stage was with the mouse head. So
It's true. I forgot that the mall had like all of the costume trunk stuff.
yeah.
It was like its main appeal, but like why just could just make the stage like have all of it. You don't have to do it this way.
Even if they just loop the stage play, even if they didn't make new ones, they should have just kept it. But yeah. That was odd.
Someone asked if Soda Shores, that was T's last anniversary, will be completed. That's like, that was a very old room. Done by
I've
Power, I
genuinely
believe.
forgotten about our mid games. Do we even have Aqua Grabber yet? Like, is that a thing?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there are multiple mini games that are coming.
Yeah.
I don't want to say which ones. One of them I am working on and I am very excited for. I am extremely excited
Yeah.
for the one I'm working on.
I'm
I'm
too.
very pumped. It's making great progress, and I am probably when I get off this stream, I'm gonna go start working on it again. Deadest room in the game was the skate park. That's actually true. The skate park served actually no purpose.
I mean, there was cool animations, but
I mean,
yeah.
there
Yeah, they
also
were pulling
was a
it.
school.
Yeah, the
The school had one. School had a purpose though. The school had a purpose because people would just make their igloos into roleplay schools. So Just make a room and then let them roleplay in
Yeah,
there
it was
instead.
made exclusively for the role players out there, which was cool to see.
Oh,
them actually
absolutely.
go legit. It was probably like. While we're here
I mean,
and
it
we're
was-
this idol, let's try and get some people some stamps. Let's start with Wild Room, why not? Well, what's the stamp actually called? Activities.
Is there an activity stamp for
Do we even have
tutoring?
the Loud Room stamps?
I don't think that. Yeah, I didn't think so.
You know, check the screenshot.
Oh, we have Happy Room. I know that's a thing.
Yes, we
Happy. I
Why
don't.
I have it?
I don't think Loud Room is ever even a stamp.
No, I don't think it was.
I'm pretty sure.
Did I snow
we
pretty
have
sure-
it, we
Oh
have
wait, no, it is.
yes,
a
we
thing.
have
I
it.
already have it.
Yeah, it's
Noisy
in the
room,
party
like
one.
10 penguins, 2 in a room. It's in. It's.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I take it back.
I made a mistake. It was
Yeah, it's soon. Nobody remembers the skate park. Like the school, I know it existed, but the skate park, I always forgot that was a thing.
All right. I feel like
Actually,
we've hit the
that's it.
criteria by now for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Too late,
Yeah, I
people
think
are
we've
gonna keep going.
doubled the criteria. So, anyone who should have never gotten the stamp has it.
Literally nobody even
Let's
remembers
try
the skate
like
park exists.
Happy Room now.
That's fine.
Just kind of.
Wait. Is it E1? It's E1.
Honestly, the one thing I don't remember about Club Penguin is all the keybinds that were in there for.
I only remember a few.
The only
No,
one I remember
EZ is
EZ.
pizza. ET is toot. EZ is pizza. EH is heart. Those are the three that I know.
No, I think EZ is the CS:GO one.
got
Someone
pineapple
got
pizza
pineapple
instead of
pizza
pepperoni.
instead of pepperoni. Only disgusting. Alright, I'm gonna go back
E
to
and Bernie for
floating
mascots.
instead of not instead of not jetpacking like a Chad.
Are Iggy and Bernie the two comic?
Yeah,
Comic
Iggy and
dudes?
Bernie are the two comic characters, and I know they appeared in like for Crab.
They're in the sitting. They're in the sitting comic, which is like one of my favorites.
Oh,
is it
right, yeah.
They were also.
Is it sitting? I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Last
There are a
question,
few-
Someone
there are-
asked about the long-awaited bowling alley. I think we answered
yeah.
that before, right?
I don't think we answered it today, but we have answered it before, I believe.
But yeah, it's I guess it's scrapped, but it's also not because it's always gonna be in our idea pile. If we need new content, then it's always gonna be something that we can go to. But there's like no plans written out for it in the future, as of now. So
It is a shelved concept, but it is
Yeah.
not scrapped.
Who just used a blank emote? Which one would that have been? Like a Christmas one?
probably.
That's still in the
But,
game somehow?
Didn't
Yeah,
see
I
it.
don't have
Oh
any
wow!
questions.
Yeah, someone is using a blank emote.
I think that's some. I think that's. It was a great
There's-
artist, by the way. It said.
Some-
Yeah.
Good to know.
Oh yeah,
so,
they're great.
But if we're done with questions, I think we could wrap it up here. You,
I
don't
think
mind?
unless anybody's
Yeah.
got anything last minute.
Yeah. If anyone's got any questions regarding, like, honestly anything, we could probably answer it. If not, consult the wiki.
Well,
I think we're good. I think we can wrap up.
Yeah. But man, 3 years, it's certain parts feel really long ago. Certain parts feel like they were just yesterday, and it's very humbling being a part of something this.
It's
big and
crazy
for
to
so
think
long.
about how I've been here for 3 years now. Like, I've watched so many staff members come and go. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. And just
Yeah, same
everyone
here.
that's
Day one.
been a part of this team. I'm very.
It hasn't even hit me
honored.
until now that I've literally been here for, like, longer than some of like actual development staff. Like I think Wide
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I know I've been here longer than basically everybody
Yeah.
other than Will and Andrew, I think.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, Yacht asked everyone's favorite room. Go. Mine Shack. Original Mine Shack specifically, pre-recycling plant. I know, Snow said the stage.
Pizza parlor.
Let me think. Nightclub.
I drop you gonna.
Oh, sorry.
You say them all. You say them all.
No, the coffee shop too. Yeah.
Okay. Box Dimension best room. Box Dimension's a good room.
Yeah. Someone asked.
Yeah, no, it just it does.
It was pretty cool.
It is just crazy that like I know everyone said this today, but it's just insane that it's been 3 years of this, and I can't wait to see where we go from here.
Yeah, I'm
And
excited.
even on top of that, 16 years of Club Penguin, even if it's not around today, that's crazy to think of.
Yeah. 16 years of the same culture of people continuing to mingle and find each other is great.
Yeah.
And even like a new generation of players. Like Club Penguin has seen 2 entire generations of people like come together, and maybe even 3 actually. Now that I think about it.
No
It'd be
way.
3.
2.
I mean, if you're counting Gen X, if you're counting Gen Y, Gen Z, and then the gen after that as 3 generations, then almost, yeah.
Kinda, but either way, I mean, it's still just.
Generation.
It's mostly Gen Z.
Yeah.
It's mostly Gen Z, but you have some older Gen Y and then some younger, I think Gen Alpha. I don't know what they call them. But either way, it is just crazy that like this many people have spent time. Like I know people that have their first experience from Club Penguin from like a private server or something. That's like insane to me that like there are people out there that are discovering this now after the game's gone and still enjoying it the same way that we did.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice. It's just nice that like 16 years of this, and you know, here's to many more.
Like the fact that people still cherish this game, like almost a decade and a half after I've played it, is incredible. Like I started 2007, 2008, around there, probably.
Yeah, I'm very excited for the years to come, and I didn't think I would be, because, you know, for something like Club Penguin, after it's closed, you'd think your interest would sort of stagnate, but with CP3D, I think everything, for me, it's always very exciting seeing what's next, and that's what keeps my motivation and excitement to an all-time high, I think, and, you know, the people that work on it, you couldn't ask for better, honestly. I don't think I could imagine a better staff team, you know, better people equipped, because I think the best we have is, you know, we already have it pretty much. And I'm very grateful for the talented people that we have working on this.
So yeah, I mean that's the stream really. I mean that's the 3rd anniversary. Everything went well.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the party, everyone.
Yeah, it was great to be on for the short time that I was, but I've been around for a couple of years, and I'm excited for the next one. Guessing most people will say the same.
Oh, here's the minute more.
Yeah, have a good night, guys. I gotta go.
All right.
And, have a great day, CP3D fan base. To another good year.
All right. Well.
See you everyone. So I'm gonna stop right here. So goodbye to everyone who's playing right now, and see you next year.
Yep, we had a good celebration.
Yep.
Nice
See you
to
next
see
year.
everyone. Like we've really built something special over the years. It's nice to see so many people coming together to celebrate this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely nice.
Yeah, that's...
rest of the stream.
See you.
We're done.